right now, the most advanced image search systems in the world have, well, they have the visual attention span of old fish.
Oh, absolutely.
Or, maybe like a toddler who only hears one word of what you tell them and ignores the rest.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it.
Right. So, like, if you ask for a picture containing three specific things, say, a young woman dancing with an old man in a park, it will almost immediately forget two of those things.
Right. You just get empty parks.
Exactly. Or, just a woman. Or an old man sitting on a bench. So today's deep dive is unpacking this really fascinating DeepMind patent. It's US 22601119571A1 for generative AI refinement in intelligent image search systems. We are figuring out how AI agents are finally solving these complex, multi-layered searches.
Yeah, so the root of this problem really comes down to something called a token window.
Okay.
You can think of a token window as the AI's short-term working memory. When you type a prompt, every word or concept is a token.
Right.
And traditional systems, they just have very small working memories for things like spatial relationships or, complex actions.
So it's not just stubbornly ignoring instructions.
No, exactly.
Right.
If you tell it woman dancing, it holds those tokens.
Yeah.
But by the time you add old man in park, those new tokens actually push the original constraints right out of its active focus.
Man, it's literally dropping pieces of the puzzle because its hands are too full to hold all the constraints at once.
Exactly.
And, overcoming that kind of structural memory limit takes serious engineering.
Mhm.
And solving those exact kinds of integration hurdles is what our sponsor Embersilk excels at.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If you need help with AI training or automation, software development, or just uncovering where agents can make the most impact for your business or personal life, check out embersilk.com for all your AI needs.
So to bypass this memory limit, the DeepMind patent introduces a generative router model, right? Right. So the router model acts as this sort of executive manager. It's a large language model agent that takes your messy, complex query and translates it into a strict set of binary search criteria.
Binary, like yes or no.
Exactly. Instead of trying to process a single overloaded sentence, it creates logical strings, like must have young woman, must have old man, must be dancing.
Must be in a park.
You got it?
But wait, hold on a second. Text models hallucinate all the time, and they don't have eyes.
Right.
So if this router model is just generating text-based checklists, how do we actually know it's not making up criteria that don't match my prompt or failing to actually verify if the images match the rules?
Well, that's the clever part. The router model never actually looks at the images itself.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it generates what the patent calls tool calls. So it delegates the visual checking by commanding external classification models to do the verification.
Okay.
These external models are called low-latency autorators.
Low latency meaning they operate incredibly fast?
Precisely. They are highly specialized, lightweight models trained to do one thing instantly. Look at a picture and answer a simple yes or no question.
Wow.
Yeah, so the system pulls an initial batch of, say, 80 to 250 candidate images, and these rapid autorators score every single one against those binary criteria.
Yeah.
If the image doesn't have an old man, boom, it is instantly rejected.
But to find that initial batch of 250 images in the first place, the AI uses this process called narrative outputs.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite details.
It actually rewrites your search into a natural language story. But why does generating a story help the system find better initial images than just a simple bulleted list of features?
Right, so it comes down to how AI maps context. In the mathematical space where AI organizes concepts, words in a flowing narrative are mapped much closer together than isolated bullet points.
Ah, I see.
The story creates a dense web of relationships. So by generating a cohesive scenario, like a lively afternoon where a young woman twirls an elderly gentleman under the trees,
Right.
the AI can pull candidate images that capture the interaction and the mood rather than just isolated objects floating in space.
Oh, so it's forcing the system to look for the context of the whole scene.
Exactly.
And then to make sure it casts a wide enough net, it pairs that story with query branching, right? It chops your complex prompt into short-form lookups, like woman dancing and old man, to gather thousands of loosely related images.
Yeah, it casts a huge net.
And then it lets those rapid autorators ruthlessly filter them down until only the perfect matches remain.
Exactly. And the implications for this are incredibly optimistic.
How so?
Well, every single time this system runs a search, It is autonomously generating verified positive and negative training examples.
Oh, wow.
It knows exactly which images perfectly match the complex prompt and which failed.
Right, because of the autorators.
Yes. And it then feeds that perfect verified data back into the industry to train future embedding models.
And those embedding models are the underlying engines that translate human concepts into the mathematical numbers that AI understands.
Exactly. By continuously providing those foundational models with flawless examples of complex relationships, this system is accelerating the entire field's ability to understand human nuance.
Man, it just fuels the creative process when your tools actually understand exactly what you're asking for.
It really does. It's an amazing leap forward.
Absolutely. Well, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.
Before you go, though, think about this. If this AI agent is continuously generating perfect data to train the underlying architecture of future models, we are entering a wildly inspiring era. We are looking at a future where AI autonomously teaches other systems how to perfectly understand human imagination. Imagine what we'll be able to create when that happens.